What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 427 podcast with your hosts, Simon and Tanner. Today, well, let's just say today, we are going to become game masters of the sort.
That's an interesting way to put it.
I mean, you're going to teach me how to play chess, right?
I'm going to teach you the basics and teach you a little bit of strategy.
Why the fuck did the game abort?
So, if the game will abort if someone doesn't play in 2 minutes.
Okay, well, we can just click rematch when we're done talking.
Yeah.
Alright. So, tell me a little bit about what you plan to teach me here, Simon.
So I plan to teach you a little bit about French defense, which is my favorite playing style as of right now.
You mean
I plan on
running
teaching
away?
you a little bit. What?
You mean running away?
Actually, French defense is one of the most known in world championships, or
Not
one
on
of the
World
most
Wars.
played. You're fine.
Sorry, the joke had to be made. Continue.
But there's a lot of openings in chess where they all start off the same, and it's really interesting because each move really makes the game different.
Mm.
And I'm going to teach you a little bit about what a pin is.
Okay.
I'm going to teach you a little bit about what battering is, or battery.
Isn't that like a charge?
Yes. So basically, it's two pieces on the same diagonal, same up and down, same left and right, that are both aggressing on one piece.
Mm. So a gangbang.
That's a way to put it.
I mean, I gotta bring fun into this, Simon.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so just, isn't there like a near infinite amount of game possibilities?
So it has been stated in the 1900s that there is more possibilities in chess than there are years left on planet Earth.
I believe it because there's like, how many pieces is there? Like 20?
16 on each side, so 32.
32? So like, if you imagine like, how big is the board? Like,
It is, I think it's 8 by 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 16. That's 32
60,
square tiles.
It's 64 square tiles.
Oh yeah, 64. Okay. So do 32 times 64, and then that number can be used to determine how many possibilities there is in it. If you like used it as a password or whatever with that many characters.
That's a way to put it, but you also got to remember certain pieces can only move certain ways. And not only that, but pawns can sit there and be promoted to any other piece on the board that isn't a king.
There's
And
probably
then
billions
travel
of
across the
possibilities
entire
for
board.
chess games.
It's retarded how many there are.
Probably billions. Alright.
I mean, trillions.
Oh, just
We're
to be
up to
clear,
there.
the reason we're doing this is because I've been teaching Simon a bunch of shit, and we both figured it's about time he teaches me something.
Yeah.
That, you know.
Next it'll be about Halo lore.
Next is what?
Next is Halo lore.
Oh boy. Well, then I'm gonna have to teach you about the Witcher lore.
Fair enough.
And how motorcycles tie heavily into it. That is fucking me. Alright, are you ready?
Yeah, I sent you the rematch.
Yep. Alright,
All
I'm
right.
in.
I'll make first move and one of the most basic moves in chess. Pawn to E4.
Okay. So, what exactly is a good first move then?
A good first. So, main strategy of basic and even advanced chess players is moving horses out first, or moving your two pawns in the middle out first. So D and E pawns, or moving, like, for me, I have a horse on G1. I would want to move it on G3 because having the middle of the board is the best.
Okay. And so I should try to get like the pawns out of the way of my more important pieces, right?
Yes, that way you can do what's called development, or get them out on the board.
Okay.
So then next I want to do that.
I'm gonna do that. So that horse. So your horse can take.
Nothing as
No, but if I moved, your horse can land on spots 4H
E5.
and 5H and 5G.
I can land right now 4H. I can land on G5. I can land on E5, and I can land on D4 if you were to take that pawn.
Okay, so it goes like like diagonal corners 3 blocks around it.
A good idea or a good way to remember it is it'll always move in an L shape. 2 in one direction, 1 in another.
Okay.
Okay, that's actually not that bad of a move.
Well, I guess I'm learning something then.
One thing which is a little hard to, which is a really good tip, is you never want to keep your horses on the H or the A quadrants, as I'm going to call it.
I see your bait there. I'm not taking it.
How did I bait it? You can't. Oh, wait, yes, you can.
I could use my queen to take it, but then you can take my queen with your bishop, right?
As of right now, yes, I can. I didn't even see that.
So I'm better than you.
No, you're not. You saw something, but I would have took back.
Okay, so you just move that. I feel like a lot of this is just going to be me making random moves that I think are good.
It will be. If you make the right move, I won't teach you what a pin is next turn. If not, I will.
Wait,
So
like a
a
pin,
pin,
like pinning someone down?
a pin means that I have up to 2 of your pieces in check or in a spot where they will lose. So I have your queen and I have your rook in a pin right now.
I have your rook.
Yes, you can take with your horse, which was actually really good.
I mean, I figured that. I got your piece away from my pieces.
Yeah. What is it? But a pin normally, if that horse wasn't there, would be you would have to move whatever piece you wanted to keep, and whatever piece you didn't keep, I would get.
Oh, so it's like a give or take.
Yes.
Or, yeah, give and take. Okay.
I gotta stop pre-moving. I want to.
You had to stop
Pre-move.
what?
Pre-move. A
Oh, it sounded
pre-move
like you
means
said
I
I
make a
had to
move
stop
while it's still your turn.
pre-mating. I'm like, what?
No.
I didn't know that was your pastime.
I make pre-moves too much in this game, and that normally is what kills me.
Not the bullets?
Nope. I actually play a little bit of bullet chess.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Bullet chess is where you play matches, and they're 3 minutes or less. No, that's bait. Of course it's bait.
But
What else would it?
You're expecting me to take it with my left pawn. I'm going to take it with the right pawn.
I actually was expecting that move.
For me to take it with my left pawn.
Yeah, and you'll see why.
Because then you'd be able to get to my rook, right? Or down to my home row.
To your rook, yes. If you take the next pawn, I take with my queen, and you don't have a good way to protect your rook. You have a way of protecting it, but you don't have a good way. Yeah. Like, you can move it out the way, but then that allows me to open up more things.
I'm not sure if that was good or bad.
You took that pawn. That was actually a good move.
But you can't get me from where you are right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide what my next move should be, and I think it'll be that.
Okay. So if I did that...
Should I explain points to you?
You can if you want to.
Okay, so points, they're basically irrelevant to the game, but it tells you who's in the lead by so much.
Mm.
So, for example, if you look up on your side, you have a horse and 3 pawns. You're up 4 points. I only have 2 pawns.
Okay.
A pawn is worth 1. A horse and a bishop are worth 3. A rook is worth 5, and a queen is worth 8.
Mm.
That was actually not too bad for defense. But I'm going to put you in check.
Yeah.
Which basically means I'm threatening the square your king is sitting.
No, you're not.
I am not any longer, and because I am not, I'm going to threaten your bishop.
No, you're not.
All right. I will not take that.
Dismissive humor. I think we've talked about this in like one of the earliest episodes, but dismissive humor is just fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, easily one of the best. Nope.
Nice play.
Thank you.
Oh, damn. That actually kind of screwed me. I was going to put you in checkmate in 1 turn.
Mm.
Which means your king can't move anywhere, and he's in check.
Mm. But I was like, no.
See, that's one thing I have a problem with. I am very oblivious when it comes to certain moves. Like that, for example.
Or you might just be underestimating me.
I'm not underestimating you. I do this all the time. It's the one reason, or it's one of the things that I do that I'm really bad at.
Mm. How can...
Like,
The king
it's
can only
called
move on
blundering.
diagonals?
What?
The king can only move on diagonals?
King can move any direction 1 square, but if you look, your king can only move to the right because of my queen.
Oh, that's
My
why I
queen
can't
is
go over there.
blocking
Okay.
off
Because that would
e7 and
automatically put me
8.
at a loss, right?
Yes. Not a bad move. I screwed that up.
Yep.
Oh well. I'm just making it harder on myself.
Yeah, I think you kind of did.
Yeah, just a little bit. Not by much.
Not a whole lot.
Enough to really make me start paying attention, but not by too much.
Take that.
Take the next one.
Nope. I'm not gonna do that.
You don't want to?
No.
Check.
What?
Rook on f1, put your king in f8 on check.
So
because
what's the
he
equivalent
sees
of that on my side? G1?
what? On your what ranking is your king on?
F?
F what? 1 on your side? F8? Yeah, then look at F1.
I can't have an F1.
I have F1.
So I can't do that.
I don't think you're getting what I'm saying.
Okay, well.
Oh well, it's fine. I wish I had my other diagonal. I say, let's do up to.
So, from where we're standing right now, is there a possibility that I could win this?
You almost 100% have the win in this match. You are up 16 points, which means you're up by a lot. Normally,
Okay,
with
well,
a
don't
chess
instill
player,
too much confidence in me, because that's what's going to kill me. Like, I wouldn't, if I were you, I wouldn't put it past me to completely fuck it up last minute.
Well, here's the thing. I've already messed it up so badly, I doubt you will. Like, I've screwed myself over so much.
I feel like that's very debatable. Oh, I didn't mean to fucking do that. God damn it.
You didn't, but I mean, it was a good move because I can't stop it.
Yeah. How far can the king move?
One direction, any square.
But one square.
Yes. That's what I meant. One direction, one square. Oh, fuck.
It is. Oh, fuck. That will give me.
I could actually force a draw.
Oh, I didn't know they can
So,
move that far.
your bishop right now would be able to take my rook, but it's pinned to your king.
Why is that?
So your bishop on e5 is pinned because my rook could move all the way down the board and take your king right now. So that's the reason he can't move.
So I did that. Good play, sir.
Now you have to move your king out the way, which allows me to take your queen.
Were you not expecting
And now,
that?
no, I was expecting that completely. It was a worth trade on my side.
Okay. We're doing this again?
No, we are not. I'm just making it to where you can't move your king that much. That way, hopefully, I can play something.
No, they can't move diagonal.
Who, the pawns?
No, the rook?
Rooks?
Is that what it's called? The tower is?
Yeah. The tower is the rook. It cannot move diagonals.
Okay.
There's not much I can do without losing pieces.
There's not much I can do without losing pieces either.
Yeah. Ooh, I almost messed that up real bad. I would have completely sacrificed my rook for no reason.
That was my intention.
Wait. Okay.
What?
Have I told you what hanging pieces are?
Kinging? Like moving a pawn into the enemy side?
No, hanging.
Oh, I thought you said kinging. No, I don't know what hanging is.
So a hanging piece means a piece that is unprotected by every other piece. There's no piece protecting it, basically. So free take.
So which one of those do you have?
So, like, on h3, my pawn right now is hanging because it has nothing protecting it. If you could get something to take it.
Well, I don't have anything to take it with.
You don't right now, no.
Yeah, I know.
I was just giving that as an example. Okay. That was also a hanging pawn.
What was?
The one that I just took.
You took one? Oh, you did. Okay. I wasn't paying attention.
Actually, that's something I could try.
What? What are you going to do?
I'm going to do a combo, which isn't, I mean, it's battery, but it's not considered battery.
So it's like lithium ion.
Fair point. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you my move because you don't really have a way to stop it.
Okay.
So I'm going to move my rook on h7 all the way over to b7 where you can't take it so I can claim some free pawns. So I can get my point score back up.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. I'm going to not penalize you for this, but that was a really bad move.
I know what I was doing.
So you don't mind if I just take it for free?
I'm not sure if it was a good move, but I know what I did.
That was a really bad move.
Well,
My rook can just run over and take it for free
yeah, I
without a
know.
cost. So are you trying to set a decoy then?
I'm not
Even though you don't
sure.
know how to do that?
I'm not sure what I was trying to do.
Okay. At this point, you should start putting my king in check and getting pieces forward.
Hmm. Well, that's not what I thought was going to happen.
So, like, move your f6 bishop over to d4, where I can't take it, but it puts my king in check, or a1.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of fucked, aren't I? See, I told you. I told you I'd fuck it up.
You're really not. You still have. You're only +2 now, but you still have more pieces on the board than me.
Do I? 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
you have
4,
a.
5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or
No, we both have
it's
6.
okay. It's tied in pieces on the board, but you have better pieces. You have a knight where I have a pawn.
Hmm. No, I can't do that. Heh. Yeah.
You sacrifice your horse. I won't take it. I don't find that fair.
Hmm.
I would suggest using that rook that you have that can move basically any direction that isn't diagonal, and sitting there and starting to put my king in check without sacrificing it, while also using your bishop to do that.
Like that?
That is your horse.
What did you say?
I said your rook. Your rook on g8.
Oh.
Like, maybe next turn move him to e8 so he's not threatened by my bishop, because my bishop could take him right now.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. Oh, god damn it, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah,
Whatever, that still
that
works.
works because he was already threatened by my bishop.
Hmm.
And then next turn, don't move him directly where my king is. Move him onto the like f6 where he's protected by your bishop.
Ah. Big brain.
Which now, if you look at my king, he's stuck in the G and the H file. He can't do anything else.
Okay.
So what I would suggest doing is moving either your bishop or your horse. Move your horse closer to my pieces, or my king. Don't move it closer to my pieces. Like d4 will get it killed.
Yeah, I see that.
Or like move your bishop over to it's e5 that I'm looking at, because then it's cutting off my king from going up on any green square. Chess is all about combos. If you can sit there and you can mix and match pieces to make something that works, you basically have a game.
Combo breaker.
Is that that's a reference to Street Fighter, right?
Yeah.
I
Combo
thought so.
breaker.
I knew it was one of them.
Could I... Is it possible for a pawn to take a king?
It is 100% possible for a pawn to checkmate a king. It is extremely difficult, though.
Okay.
I would suggest next turn moving.
Yeah, don't suggest, don't, not.
Okay, I won't do anything. I'll keep messing around with my pieces over here.
Okay.
And now you let my king escape.
Okay, so how am I supposed to use my pawn to take your king? I can't do that.
You can't at this point, but it's protected and I cannot take it. I would suggest moving pieces to try to get my king off of your pawn. Like move your horse. I'm trying to think. If you in 2 turns you can move your horse to make my king go away. I would suggest you move your rook back this turn because your rook was in a really good spot before.
I forgot. It was on F6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to move this piece back and forth so I can help you learn a little. That was a good take. I mean, if we're just going to play a regular match, I'm just going to start. I can't take anything. Never mind. I was going to say I'm just going to start taking things.
Would it be bad for me to move my rook to your home row?
To move it to which row?
To your main row, row 1.
It's not a bad idea, but I would not suggest it. I would suggest if you're going to move it to a row, move it to either 2 or 4.
Okay.
Because you want to shrink my king's area where he can move. You don't want to give me more space. If you cut off 1, I have 2 through 8. If you cut off like 4, or if you cut off 2, I'm still able to escape with 2. But if you cut off 4, it limits me to the 3 spaces that I have.
Trying to think somewhat ahead here, even though it's not my forcing.
Do you know what promoting a piece is?
Yeah, like getting a pawn all the way to the other side.
Yes, okay.
Oh, I forgot you can do that.
Actually, don't move it to 4, your rook, otherwise I'm... Or wait, no. Move your rook because I could take it right this turn if I really wanted to.
Oh, with your pawn.
Yep. That puts me in check, but again, I can escape up here. You want to sit there and you want to limit spaces. So like rooks and queens, they're really good at cutting how much space a king has. Because if you have a rook on the 8th aisle and I have a king on the 1 aisle, and you move that from 8 to 2, that instantly limits me down to that 1 if I can't escape or take your rook.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself to the G file and move your rook to the F file. That way I can't escape anymore. I'm stuck to G and 8.
Here. Right?
That's your knight.
Oh, you said rook.
Yeah. Here. You have to move your knight now.
To where?
Anywhere you really want at this point. Actually, if you wanted to, okay, that works. Because now I can't move down. Then move rook to G2.
G2, here.
And now I'm stuck on the H file. I can't do anything else.
But if I moved it over to H, then you could go out into G and stuff.
Yes, that's the reason why when you have 2 rooks or a rook and a queen, it's way easier to checkmate. Because you can sit there and you can block both second and first. So I would suggest moving... Go ahead and move your bishop also to G7. Because I can't take it because your rook is guarding the bishop. Which now I'm either forced to go up or down. If I go up, it's going to make it more difficult on you, so I'll go down. I'd move your horse over to G3. H3.
Oh, god damn it.
Move your horse to, yep, there. And now my king can't move. So next turn you'll checkmate me. So I'm just going to move this up. Move your bishop on G7 over to f6.
F6.
So just, yeah, there.
Oh. Was that supposed to happen?
Yeah, that's checkmate. You won.
But how did I win?
Because if you look, my king is in check and he cannot move any squares.
Okay, but it was moving my bishop that initiated it. You couldn't move it before I moved my bishop.
I couldn't move my king in general, which would have been a draw if I could make no moves. My king was
Apparently I
still...
had 3 missed wins.
Probably. Because I was sitting there trying to show you things, and then you started making random moves. But that's fine. I had 15 blunders and 8
Well,
mistakes.
I'm more of a hands-on type learning person.
Yeah.
How
And
many blunders and
this
mistakes
is
did you
really...
have?
What?
How many blunders did you have?
I had 8 blunders and 3 no, I had a lot more blunders. I don't know. I just
I
clicked
had
off the match and set the
14
match.
blunders and 5 mistakes.
Yeah, you had a little bit more than me, but there was a lot of times where I could have took pieces and I did nothing.
I think we got about 1 more match in for the podcast.
All right. We'll definitely have to do this again, though.
Oh, I'm first? Okay.
Yep, white always will go first.
Okay. That mimics life a little bit.
Pretty funny.
Yep. Big comedy. I forgot about that. Forgot they can take diagonal.
That's the reason you move your knights inwards instead of outwards. When your knights move in, they can protect the pawns that you move up and down.
Hmm.
Do not take.
Do not what?
Do not have your queen take that pawn.
I wasn't going to. I didn't even know that was a possibility.
I'm just warning you, because if you do that, that's called a blunder. It's where you sacrifice a piece and you get nothing out of it.
Yeah, and then your bishop can take my queen.
Actually, my rook or my queen could take your
knight.
I need that aisle open.
See, why can't I take a bishop with a pawn?
Because pawns can only attack diagonal. So your pawn could attack the g5 square or the e5 square if something was on there, but it cannot attack in front of it.
Can pawns attack bishops diagonal?
Yes, they can.
Okay, so I'm not taking that bait.
So you're gonna what?
Not taking that bait.
None of your pawns could attack any of my bishops as of right now.
No, I was talking about you attacking my bishop.
I could or you could take mine first, and then I would take back at that point.
No, I would have taken one of your pawns with my bishop, and then you would have been able to take my queen, or my bishop with your pawn.
Yes, and then we would have had a queen trade, where you take my queen and then I take your queen back.
Yeah.
Now, this is a proper pin, because now you either take my rook and you or my knight and you sacrifice your queen, or you move your king out the way and I get your rook for free. Because my piece is protected, you could take it, but you'll lose your queen, and you're in check. So you have to either move your queen or your king.
Okay.
So you can move your king, in which case I get this piece for free, but you kept your queen out of it.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. then should be able to do that without repercussion.
Yep. But now you just put yourself in another pin. You either lose your queen or your bishop.
How do you see that?
Look at my rook. Now, there is 2 good moves you can make.
Yeah.
Where I would have to... Actually, you could basically move your queen anywhere as long as it's protecting that bishop. And I'm going to have to make a trade. But you want to move your queen out the way. Otherwise, my knight is going to take your queen.
I don't know what that meant.
Okay, so look at my knight. Look at my knight on b3.
Okay.
Do you see him making an L towards your queen?
Yeah, currently you can take my queen or my bishop, right?
Yes, I can take queen or bishop. But your queen is protecting your bishop. So how can you move your queen out of harm's way, but keep it protecting the bishop?
Right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Because now if I take bishop, it's a trade.
And then my queen gets your...
Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna take that with my king.
You couldn't.
Oh. Yeah, damn it.
What?
I don't see this going as a win on my side.
Definitely not. I'm playing a little better this match. Now, I have forced you to move your king or sacrifice your queen.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a sacrifice.
You were going to lose your queen no matter what. That was the best move you could
I figured that.
Now take back with your horse.
Oh.
I'll let you take back. Let me move my queen out the way so I can't take back after you take.
Okay.
Yeah, this match is definitely in my favor.
Yeah, I could tell that from like the first 2 moves.
Well, the opening I play is normally French defense or bishop's gambit, which means I get my pawn staggered and then I get my knights out. And then bishop's gambit is normally... Actually, that was a pretty good move.
Thank you. I had a feeling it was.
And then bishop's gambit is where I get my pawns onto the furthest spaces I can on first move, which is e5 and d5 on my side, and then I get my bishops out.
Okay, so that was a good move, because if you moved your bishop to 4e, I could have taken it, or if you moved your bishop to b1, I could have taken it with my rook.
You mean you could have took it with your bishop?
If you moved to 4e, I could have taken it with my bishop. If you moved to b1, I could have gone with my rook.
You mean your knight, and yes.
No, not my knight. Well, I could have taken it with my knight too, but I'm talking about my rook.
Your rook can't take anything right now. He's stuck in a corner.
Wait, why?
If I would be on the 1 file or the h file, you could take with the rook.
Oh, okay.
Remember, he's left, right, up, down. So if I was to take, we'll say I put my bishop on e4, right? What would have happened is your bishop would have took mine, I would have took, and then your horse would have came down and took my queen. And lucky me, I studied chess too much, so I saw that coming.
Dude, that just sounded so fucking nerdy. Lucky me, I studied chess too much.
I get really bored at night, and I'll just listen to people play chess and talk about it.
That sounds like something to help you fall asleep.
It does. And I also actually learn from it, kind of.
So maybe you should search some chess ASMR. Oh, no, that'll actually bring up something you probably don't want to see. Never mind.
Yeah, probably not.
It'll bring up stuff that isn't ASMR. It's your plan.
Have I taught you what castling is?
A castle?
Yes.
Is that like a rook on either side of your king or something?
Yes, it's a rook on either side of your king. You move your king 2 squares towards that rook, and the rook goes in front of the king.
You know how I
So
fucking guessed that?
in
You
my
know how
case,
I
I'm
guessed
going to
that?
castle long side, so queen side.
You know how I guessed that, Simon?
How?
I took the term castle literally, and I took the 2 pieces that look like castle towers and I put them around a king.
Fair enough.
I know a lot of
Okay.
castle terminology, if that helps. I don't think it does, but I know it.
No, because castling is something that you normally want to do when you're playing against really good people.
Mm.
Like we're talking, I'm right now 1,084. I just lost 100 points because because I did really bad first match.
I mean, like, do you know what crenellations are?
Do I know what are?
Crenellations.
No, but it sounds like something to do with dead bodies, if I'm being honest.
No, that's crematation, Simon. Oh, I didn't know you could move that diagonal.
It's a queen, can move any direction.
Ah, damn it. Okay, well, you can't move that boy diagonal, so. Hmm. Can the king move diagonal? Yes.
Yes, he can.
So if I move my bishop to b7, you could take it with your king.
Yes, I could.
Okay. So no bueno for me.
No bueno.
No bueno.
Next move will be pulling back. And right now I'm looking at checkmate in 2 moves.
Mm. I'm
Nope,
looking
it'll be
at a board of
checkmate.
pieces.
It'll be checkmate in 3 moves. Never mind.
Mm. See, I shouldn't move my king down because that'll block my rook from opposing any attack, right?
Yes, and not only that, but your king's already trapped on files 1 and 2.
So I'll do that.
There you go. That's not a bad move.
But then that raises the question, what next?
You only got 2 areas you can move your king. You can either,
Yeah,
or
I
you
know.
could block it, which would be really dumb. So you could either move your king. All right, that's one of the moves that you could have made.
That was the better one.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That was probably the better one.
Yeah. Nah, see,
Wait,
if
I
I
saw
move my rook up, then you're gonna move your queen down to 1b. And then the point of moving my rook up would be destroyed. Right?
So, okay, so you're gonna have to say that again because you completely confused me. So where would you move your rook down to?
Oh, on my side it's up, on your side it's down. If I move
Okay,
my
where would you
rook
move it
to
up on your side?
e2 to take your queen, but then you would probably see that and move your queen down to 1b, and then my king is left defenseless.
Yes.
Mm.
Also, right now, if you were to move your rook anywhere, I could easily move. I could take your bishop after I get something to protect to take the bishop, and then you're trapped on 2 files, or you're trapped on 1 file, in which case I just move my rook down to 1 and it's checkmate.
Mm. Nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, that's definitely not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth a pawn.
Oh, what, putting your pawn down there?
Yeah.
I thought, well, I wouldn't take it anyways. I thought you were talking about moving your rook down to take it.
Oh, well, that's what I was just looking at, but I realized that wasn't worth it either.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything that's worth it now that I think about it.
Yeah.
kind of. I'm gonna lose a piece no matter what I do, pretty much.
No, because I'm not going to take a piece if you move that pawn down. That's not my purpose. You'll lose a piece no matter what in 2 turns.
Hmm. I'm not sure if that was good or bad.
Now,
Right.
it wasn't bad,
Well,
but
now
now
it
I'm
is.
just threatening to take it. Yeah,
The king
so
can
you might
only
as well
move
move it.
one block in either direction. Oh, but your rook's still up there. Hmm.
I'm trying to think of decent moves for you.
Kind of just fuckered.
I mean, I would suggest moving your rook back for protection
That's what
because
I was thinking.
that's all he's really good for at this point,
Yeah.
and that's checkmate.
Oh. Okay.
There wasn't much you could have done.
No, there
It
really
was
wasn't.
either 1 turn or it was 6 turns.
Yeah. Pretty
I had
much.
11 blunders, but that was it.
It was either just going along with it and delaying the inevitable or just getting out of the way.
Yeah.
Right. And we are on 47 minutes. Are you good here? I'd say that was a
Yeah.
pretty decent first lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What I would suggest is you, if you have time to and you really feel like it, do some things called chess puzzles. They basically try to teach you how to make the perfect move in certain occasions.
Mm.
And start off with some very basic ones because they'll be very obvious, and then upgrade to some medium ones. It just helps you really look at where the pieces are going to be and where you should put your pieces.
Is there such thing as a perfect move? Because I feel like there probably
There,
isn't.
okay, so there's such things as basic book moves, decent moves, good moves, perfect moves, and then brilliant moves. A
Mm.
brilliant move is like sacrificing a rook to steal a queen.
Mm.
So, like, I would put my rook someplace and it would be very obvious to someone to take it. But if they do take it, then I get a piece that's worth so much more out of it.
Why did I just make that analogy in my head?
I
Or
don't
not
even
an
want to know.
analogy, a synonym.
I
I
don't know.
Yeah, you probably don't want to know. Anyway, I'm pretty confident with saying that's about it for this episode. Are you good with that, Simon?
Yeah, I'm pretty good with that.
All right. Thank you everybody for tuning into this episode 9, I believe, of the 427 podcast, where for once I got learned. Okay. Are we happy with that?
Yeah, we're happy with that.
All right. We're probably gonna do this again in the future. If not next episode, probably the one after that. Really depends on,
All right.
what kind of news or interesting shit there is to talk about. But until then, this has been the 427 podcast with your hosts, Simon and Tanner. See you next time. Out. Recording now. Hold on, why the fuck is that?
Not working right.
No, it's fine. I thought it wasn't, but it is. Alright, 3, 2. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for my dog to lay down. Because he's making noise. Yep, just twist yourself up in the curtains. Yep. Okay. 3, 2, 1.